Ok, vamos a ver si estamos live. Okay, let's see if we are live. Then they confirm and then we can start immediately. One moment, let me check on my phone. I am live. Okay, so let's start. So yesterday we created the app. We started some designs and implementations. Now we are facing some issues that are normal in this kind of projects. I don't know a lot of macOS native, so we are going to figure a lot of that out today. My goal is to take a screenshot with a button and let's see if that works and we can save the file and we'll continue from there. Okay, so let's switch to cursor. Okay, let me see. Now that we have the basic screens, let's add the taking a screenshot button to taking a screenshot and see if we can take the screenshot and save the file. Okay, so the issue that I see we have is around the settings. Even though that the settings are enabled, when I try to grant access to it, I don't know why it's asking, but we are going to figure that out today. Okay, so if we go to screens and now the recording is enabled, but for some reason it's not detecting that. Maybe for development we might need to do something else, but um, let's see. Let me switch to this. As you can see, it says that I need to grant access, but it's enabled. We're just going to um, save a file, then screenshot. 1 second. Okay. Still taking a long time. Okay, the plan is use the grabber. Okay. Okay, so to simplify everything, I say that the loader will be a mock upload. So let's see what it finished doing. Upload service type. I love the enums in Swift. if this works, then we don't have to worry very much about the permission stuff because that might be on development only. When you create a new build, it's a new binary, and macOS can get confused. But I'm sure. Let me, while that is working, let me search a little bit. Close and okay, let's see. Okay, so let's see what it has done. macOS capture is just a grabber under the screen capture binary. Full screen. So that okay, yes. If you want to capture all of this without the UI, the native UI send those arguments, and you will save to that. And okay, let's see everything working. Let me stop. What is this code? I'll stop the build and let's start again. Continue. Let me go back and try to grant access. The same. Continue and okay. What is the button? For testing purposes, let's add a capture button in the after I completed the onboarding, so I can test the capturing and saving. If you don't know, what I'm using is a Whisper. Whisper is one of the best tools to do transcribing, and it's very useful. Faster this time. Okay, so I have to capture view. I'll check the codes. I want to see if it works first. All right, continue. Wow. Okay, let's see what is the view. Onboarding view model is after checkers the complete view. In the complete view. Okay, while it's doing that, it uploads case. local case. Okay, status versus local. That should be fine. Backwards capture. We have the ID string, and okay, we have the different modes. We have different arts. No UI screen capture. Okay, we have the binary. Da, da, da. And okay, so I finished. Now still okay. So okay, now I finished. Okay, let's try to see if that works. Capture view, clipboard, history, boarding settings. Okay, let me see. Capture full screen. The permissions needed. Let me run that again. Let's try to grant the permissions and see what happens here. Grant access, open permissions is enabled, so I don't know. And that is the issue. Okay. Okay. I want to see the logs of this. Where do I see the logs? Ugh. Okay, never mind. So, okay, let's say here I want to enable basic logs that I can see while the application is running. Use the best practices for logging in Swift and macOS native development. Okay, that's fine. We have this. Nice. Preface, full screen window. I don't know if we need that. And so far so good, nothing crazy. Okay, so in the capture flow, we have the capture mode and some state change. So we check for permissions and we send checking permissions, permission required, and we check the permission. Check permission, capture mode, temp URL, cancel, failed, error, catch, and say fail, capture underline, okay, saving, okay, fair enough, the flow seems to be straightforward. Here is the setup for the environment, and here we have the, okay, I see, capture view was not. Okay, we're going to need to handle the cases where the permission has been revoked and we're trying to capturing the screen and it won't be working. I think this failed a couple of times, but anyways. Okay. Capture the model. This is the logger. Huh? I don't know if this is the best practices, but then I can see here now we have captured some logs, and I want to see that. Nice, nice. Excuse my French, but I have some background noise that is very bad. I'm going to mute. Alright, let's run this again. Fail. Build fail because type logger has no member capture. But I guess that build fail. Build fail because of the logger changes. Can I copy this? Yes. Okay. Thinking. The error is type blah 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 blah. This is likely. Mm. Let's see how it solves this. I I can only trust this. Okay, but in the meantime, I want to check as per permissions. I want to ask for the screen permissions. How to do it. All right. Let's see. Interesting. I can use a terminal to see. Let's see if that works. Still failing. Um, Cannot find logger in scope. Why? Can you refresh this? Ah, we have not made a single commit yet. Okay. I don't think that did it. Build settings. I have no idea. Still not Let's see how much I spent in the last 2 days. Developing this. Not much. Yesterday I spent $25, and today we are already $12. Oof. Cloud Sonnet is very expensive. I'm going to switch to just premium. Okay. Huh. Okay. Yeah. Let's see if that works now. It removed, it created for each file its own logger variable. And seems to be working. Yay. And now we're going to have more, we're going to see more what is happening. Yay, I can see that. Grant access, with the permission, open permissions. I don't know. Didn't work. Registered treatment. We're going to change all of that, and permission not granted. Uh, Permissions require. Okay, so that is not working. So what I'm going to do is start a new one. Let me switch to premium because Cloud Sonnet is too expensive and it's not doing a very good job, to be honest. Okay, so what I want to see is how people use in development. They can get the permissions that they need and all of that. Okay, I am requiring the screen recording permissions, but every time that I launch the app, even even though that the permissions are allowed and granted, I cannot take the screenshots. Cannot take screenshots. In the permissions screen, they show that I need to grant permissions, but in the privacy and security settings on macOS is enabled, so I don't know what is happening. And let me add the screenshots. Let me start this again. Make sure that we are following the development standards for working with permissions. Let's see what it does now. Sometimes, for example, here in this screen, he has so much content and stuff that it might not work. So I start a new instance and let's see what it does. Okay. At least in this stream, I want to finish this part where I can capture and save the files. If we have that, then we can easily add the main thing, and that is uploading to the SFTP server. What that is doing stuff. I don't know why this is not up to date because here we have the logger already there. Services. Huh, this is the OS one. Interesting. How do I go back? Navigate. Show previews. Let me see if I can change this into shortcuts. Never mind. See, navigate. Previous location in history. Option command. Option command is. What? Well, that look cool, but what is? Oh wow, nice, nice. Yay! But now I cannot open it. The same. Oh my god. Navigate. Jump to selection. Jump to last destination. Show next tab. Show previous tab. Okay, so if I do this and this, nice. Okay, I can navigate now. Okay, so updated permission pre-flight is now advisory, not really hard stop. Workflow attempts to capture unreserved permission. Okay, updated if the address is not zero, now the stage getting permission denied. Blah blah blah. I don't know. Okay, the workflow. Okay. So this is how we can jump into a file here. I hate that. Okay, let's try it. Let's see if it works. Okay, let's continue. Grant access. Still the same. Still the same. At least it was much better now that it has again. But as you can see, capture due to permission requires system settings. I don't know what that means. But the first time it worked. That when we built the app, it worked. But it is never that easy, right? Okay, so we ask again. It's not working. I guess I have to solve this with a good old research section with Google. Let's try again. Notice it's not working. When I grant access, it goes to the privacy and settings screen, but I can still capture the screen, even though that it is granted already. Okay, let me do some research. Good old Google. Like the old times, macOS development, screen recording permissions. Not working. Sanger, whatever. Okay. Oh, this isn't that turn. so let's see what it has done. Okay. Let's see what it has done. Okay, so it has been removed from there. And let me do the vid again. Let's see if that will work. Code. Get started. Grant permissions. Open permissions. Enable. Okay. So we resetted the permissions. Quit and reopen. And okay, continue. Granted. This is what happened the first time. And let's continue. Let's capture something. Yay! Yay! And let me see. Here we are. Okay. This is this is very good. Very, very good. So let's try to do another capture full screen. And we are here. What do you open there? Yes. No. Oh, it's capturing this one. Okay, I need to capture window. I need to fix that in the full screen selection. Okay, window, your window, and it's working. Okay, so that is working. That is 100% more or less working. But for the capture screen is capturing the I cannot select in the full screen. It automatically select the first test tag. Okay, we are going to fix that, and let's create, so I don't forget, let me create a to-dos. Okay, on capture full screen, I need to select which screen it is that I want to capture, because there might be multiple screens and it's going to, I need to select which one. Okay, so there is one, so I don't forget about that. Okay, so this looks like, let me run this again and we are going to see if, did I close? Let me close this. And interestingly enough, it was not running through. Oh yeah, yeah baby, yes, yes, yes. I think this is the latest one. Yep, here is perfect. Let me remove all of this, and that is beautiful. I love that. So, okay. Mm-hmm. So now we have working. We solved the issue with the request permission, and now we're going to start the MVP of trying to set up a first an SFTP server so we can upload the files there, and from there the goal is to upload the image there, and then we're going to work refining the workflow. Okay, so let's try to do that. Uh, I should have a created a VPS before, so I'm going to do that. Let me use hosting here. So I'm going to move the screen outside the view so I can create an account, and yeah, Hostinger has the best prices right now for VPS and run thing. So I'm going to get the cheapest option, and I don't know how to set up the SFTP server, so we're going to do that. VPS. What is this in Spanish? Can I change this? Okay, let's do the following. Let me open ChatGPT. Okay, so we have that there. Where is my screen? What happened? I cannot find. Okay. Grading. What's that? Um, I'm going to. Okay, so I have password. Let me save this. I am creating the VPS instance. VPS. Okay, so I have that. Nope. So it's not that. Almost done. Well, I'm creating that. How to set up a SFTP server in Ubuntu. One moment, please. Still configuring the, let me, la, la, la. Mhm. Okay, so it looks very straightforward. The BPS is being configured. English, English. Okay. We are going to try to first manually get. So now what we're going to do is set up the SFTP server, try to load manually, and we're going to try to upload the file through the app. That will be very nice. While this is doing that, let me say here, now that we have the basic app functionality working, let's continue with the roadmap. And I need to configure the SFTP server credentials. So let's do that. Let's add the step to configure the upload target with the SFTP server. And let's continue for intro. So Wallace is doing something well. We set up the SFTP server. Okay, so nice. Let's see if this works. The password, let me get the password. Okay, perfect. Perfect. So let's try to install this SFTP server. Blah, blah, blah. First, let's try to do this. Okay. So the first thing is install TabOpenSys SSH server. One moment, please. Yep, it's running. No, no, no. Okay, so I think we were good with the SSH should be enabled by default because the configuration. Oops. I don't know why the yes. Okay. Let's create a new user. password. Let me have a simple password. Okay, so we have the that. And let's see if we can connect to the server IP is let me oh SFTP. Nice, it is connected. Okay, let me that's it. Let me do this. This seems like a good thing. People say that SNT informing is more difficult, but I think Nano is worse. I don't like Emacs browser. So let me add this to the bottom. Right. Okay. Let me add this. A folder. Okay. So now I can only upload to here. Ah, that seems fair. Okay. Let's restart. Let me try to enter again. Ooh. I think I broke the instance. No. Ooh. Mm, let me see. It's running. Let me try to reboot the. If not, I think we might need to we might need to create a new one. Well, that was very quick. Well, we have to wait a little bit, I think. Let me see if I can connect at least. Nope, it's not working. was a blunder. Well, very good. I'm going to change the password. If this doesn't work, oh yes. So let's see if I can start now. Let me see the status of the configuration. I think I made a mistake when I edited the configuration. And that's why it is not working. This is the issue. Okay. Yep, it's up and running. The issue was when I tried to exit the bin, I edited that. Okay, so we recover from that, and let me try to connect again to with the CTP server. And we are good. Okay, so that seems to be working, but in the meantime, let me change the root password because that was leak. Okay, 1 second. That password will not work. Let me use that another. Let's see if this one will work. Okay, new password. Root password change, and let me see. There we go. Okay, so we are good. We are good. Now, I don't have much time left, so we're going to try to upload something. Okay. So let's do the SFTP. And now let me capture area, this. Let me copy that location. No. Let me see if this will work. Mm-hmm. Oh. I don't think it is. I only have uploads here, yes. I need to do a GUI app. Wow. Let me try to do it with my own. Okay. So we are at the destination. SFTPs. Okay. App state. Destination. Mhm. Let's see the view. Destination selection view. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. Where is this code? Stop it. Let's build it. Oh, this again. This already has happened a couple of times with Shift Command K, Shift Command K, clean, build, let's run it. Let's see. We have again this issue. Okay, let me restart the screen capture permissions and let me stop building it again. Cool. All right. Let me see. Perfect. So let me fill the information here. That's it. So the user is the server is this one. Username is CF FTP user password. Continue. Nope, there is nothing. I hate. Okay, so let's add a test connection button in the SFTP configurations tab. And also when I taking a screenshot in the capture view, I want to try to upload the file to the SFTP connection. Let's see if that works. So let me inspect the code that they created while it's running that. We already say that this is good. This was from before. I don't know if that is really doing anything. We need to add support for SSH connections. Let me add that in the to-dos. Add support for SSH SFTP connections. Ooh, I don't like this. I don't like this. Okay, let's try to run this. Da-da-da. Looks like we are going to reset every time. This is what it works for now because we are looks like it's each time I will have to reset the proof. We can figure that out later while we are learning more about macOS development. But if this works for now, it's good enough for me. The host is this one. Okay, test connection. Okay, it failed. Why it failed? Let's see. Destination selection. Testing connection. Let's add logs for the test connection so we can see why it is failing. So I'm going to only to do more 5 minutes more because I gotta go. So let me start a timer for 5 minutes and we're going to end the stream there. I think we got very far. We have we can capture the screen, we can save the files, so that is working. Now we're working through the different targets destinations, and we have our SFTP server, and yeah. All right, so let's do everything again. Let me reset the permissions. Let me close the app, and that's it. Mhm. Where is the app? Okay. Okay, granted. That's pretty good. This CTP server. TP user. Network occur. Okay. Protocol SFTP not supported. Huh. Obviously. He's trying to use corrupt to test the connection. That doesn't seem to be right. Yeah, not very smart. I mean, okay, so let's see the test connection. And find run this FTP. Let's see what is that. This is interesting. I don't know why it's doing that. Okay, let's try again. And if this doesn't work, then it won't work. We are going to test it out later. Okay, so the 5 minutes ended, and final test. I'm going to add the default credentials in the here so I don't have to type that out every time. Okay, so it failed. Let's see why at least. Permission denied. Okay. Okay, so at least we have a different error, and that is very good because that means that we are moving in the right direction. I'm going to end the stream here just to recap what we did with this issue with the permissions. Now at least we have a workaround to get the permissions that we need. We are capturing the screenshots, and we have an SFTP server, and we are testing the connection to upload files there. With that, that is going to be working, and maybe then we can finish all of the things that are pending in the roadmap. Thank you so much for watching, and have a good one. Bye.